have a seat, grab your popcorn. Here we go. Hopefully it's not too boring. Today I wanted to share with you how I lost 40 pounds in my 40s and how I got here today. I wanted to kind of share with you my journey up until this point now. Clearly I do still need to lose some weight, but I wanted to share with you how I got to where I am today. So when I was a little girl, I was kind of thin up until I was about 11 or 12. And then I started gaining weight. I stopped dancing. I started cheerleading. I think what sparked that was my stepfather leaving. He was like a real father to me. So I stopped dance. I stopped cheerleading. Now that I look back, I really wish that I never quit dancing. I love to dance. So if you guys see me looking down, it's because I made notes. So sorry if that's distracting. Oh, and look who I have today. I have a little guest star, a furry guest star. Okay, as a teenager, I wasn't obese, but I was chunky. I had to lose like 15, 20 pounds, and but I was never like obese, so it didn't impact me that much. Although I do remember going to the doctor one time, and the doctor put me on a high cholesterol diet, so I needed to watch my cholesterol, and this was like when I was 17. So at this point, health issues have already started, and you just don't realize it. You know, at 17 years old, you just don't get it. So but I had kind of stayed about 15-20 pounds overweight up until I was 19, and then when I was 19, I got pregnant. I gained a lot of weight during this pregnancy, and for about 5 years I didn't really do much about it. I was just taking care of a kid, you know. I was young, taking care of a little boy. Fast forward 5 years, I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and so I could devote a lot of my time to exercise and doing the diets. So what I did there is I did Weight Watchers, which is now called WW, but I did Weight Watchers, and I exercised a half an hour a day every day with Richard Simmons, believe it or not. So in the meantime, I was kind of researching health and nutrition because my son had ADHD and I wanted to help him with that, so we were trying to find alternatives. So I learned a lot about nutrition at this point as well. And then I ended up losing 35 pounds at this point. And then I got pregnant again. At this time, right before I got pregnant, I was down to about 213, 215. I was down to 213, 215. But while I was pregnant with my second son, I lost weight. Doctor said it was okay because I was already overweight a little bit, so losing some of that weight would not have been such a bad thing. So when I finally gave birth to him, after he was born, I was about 199, and I had to stop breastfeeding, so I wasn't allowed to breastfeed after 3 months. So that didn't help with gaining weight again. So I stayed, and then after that I gained some more, and I was up to about 230, like where I'm at now. So between 2000 and 2004, I was like where I am now, around in 230s, and I stayed there, fluctuating of course, until about 2010. 2010, between this time and 2008, my husband, the kid's father, and I got divorced. In 2010, I started seeing another man. And between 2010 and 2016, I had gained 40-ish more pounds. The relationship was unknowingly at the time was pretty toxic, so my anxiety was on high alert all the time, constantly. So a way of comforting myself was to eat, so that's what I did, and I ate. So I ended up gaining 40-ish more pounds, and in 2016, when we actually got married, I was at my highest weight I have ever been, at 272 pounds. Emotionally, things took a very dark turn, and in 2017, my husband and I separated. And that's where I started to actually find myself again. I started gaining my confidence back. I was doing a lot of research on mental health at the time, and I was really self-reflecting and learning about me and learning about everything that's going on and how to deal with this situation. And one way I tried to get away from that situation was diving into another topic to get my mind out of the craziness that was happening around me. So I dove into researching keto, and I researched recipes, I researched the diet and how it works. I watched plenty of YouTube videos. And I even did a couple keto recipes on this channel. I'll link it in the description below, actually. I dove into keto, and I ended up with hardly any exercise. I did dance some, but not like before. So I ended up losing 40-ish pounds. In 2018, our divorce was finally final, and from that point on, everything amplified. There was so much toxicity in events that were happening that it just slingshotted me into a deep, dark depression. I was anxiety filled. I was having panic attacks. I was suicidal. I was cognitively dissonant. I had PTSD. I had triggers. There was emotional numbness and anger and rage. All these things, and I actually started therapy in 2017, and I continued therapy for a little while. I just started doing a lot of inner work, a lot of self-reflection. I was dealing with all that emotional stuff. So I was working 3 jobs at the time. My oldest son and his fiance had moved in, and I had my youngest son, so I was trying to repair a relationship with my youngest son at the time, and I was working 3 jobs and dealing with all these pressures coming at me. It was very hard to deal with emotionally. During that time, all I wanted to do was sleep. If I wasn't working, which I had 3 jobs at the time, if I wasn't working, then you would find me eating a pint of ice cream or some sort of takeout in my bed, binging on Netflix. And that was my life, because I didn't care about anything else. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I really, honestly, at this point, I didn't even want to live anymore. So at this point, I had Netflix and binged to the point of rocking on the edge of the back of 250 pounds. So slowly, and with the help of some wonderful friends, new and old, very dear to me friends, I am here today, for one, but I slowly climbed out of the sludge of toxicity and I started to recognize my own self-worth. I started to recognize that I started to again do some more inner work, inner reflection, finding out why I did the things that I did, and knowing that a lot of this wasn't my fault. And I gained confidence back, and I got my voice back, which is ironic because I'm kind of losing my voice today. But metaphorically, I got my voice back. And I just told myself, hey self, get up off your ass. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop being a victim, because you're not. And get up and kick ass, because you know you can. So there you go. So since then, I have been doing more research. I've been really into, a lot of things have happened since then. And I haven't really been depressed or have anxiety for quite a while now. I haven't had a panic attack in almost a year and a half. And it's been, well, almost 2 years now. So it's been a while. I haven't had a panic attack. My triggers have lessened. PTSD is no longer there. So yeah, I'm a lot better mentally. So I feel like I need to start giving myself what I've deserved the whole time, and that's self-love and attention and self-forgiveness, and just start focusing on me and start making sure that I'm taken care of. So that's what brought me here today, and why I wanted to actually start my journey. And the reason why, first and foremost, the reason why I wanted to start my journey on YouTube is because I'm really hoping that I can inspire. I would like to give people advice eventually. And I'd like to really test myself and to challenge myself to do whatever I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now that I have the focus solely on me, that's what I want to do. A sleepy kitty. So yeah, so that's what's brought me here today. So if you guys have any comments or questions, please write in the comments. Tell me all your stories. How did you lose weight? If I'm helping you in any way, please let me know down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to follow me on my journey, and hit that bell icon if you want to be notified every time that I upload a video. But I do want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with, know your worth. Know that you are good enough, and know that you can do whatever you set your mind to do, no matter what anybody else says. You're a beautiful person. Don't ever let anybody talk you down. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. I love you, and I will see you next week.